Hi everyone, today I am making butter chicken by myself in the Thermomix. I know you're all really excited about it. So this is a new thing that we are starting. We're going to do it Monday nights, 5:30, me versus the kitchen. And Erica's going to be the judge as to who wins, me or the kitchen. I think the kitchen might win from time to time.
I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm just, I'm a silent observer.
If you're watching live and Erica interferes, you are to call her out. All right, so what I had to do was do some preparation yesterday because there was some stuff, I didn't want this to go for 5 hours. So I'll show you what I've done. This is chicken that I have already marinated overnight. It's kind of hard to see. I don't want to drop it. First off, drop the chicken on the floor. So what I had to do to make that was I had to make some tandoori paste in the Thermomix. I was so impressed. It's got oil on top of it, but I made that all by myself, and I had a little taste. It's delicious. So we did that, with the chicken, some lemon juice, some salt, and some yogurt. Tossed it all, put it in the fridge overnight. I also, to make the tandoori paste, I had to make garlic paste and ginger paste. So I've done that as well, and we need that for the actual butter chicken as well. So I'm going to put that chicken in the oven to start with, and then we'll start with the sauce. And Erica is going to kind of keep an eye on the comments. There's a few there already. So I've saved the recipe into my week. If you don't have a Thermomix, don't worry, because not every single week will I be using the Thermomix. This is just going to make my life a little bit easier to start with. So
this is like training wheels, right?
So we start the cooking and it'll tell me exactly what I need to do. Place the lid on the mixing bowl.
Yeah, we've already done. Sorry, we're already like.
She's already interrupting me.
Can't help myself.
Because we're already.
We did some stuff yesterday. That's why we did some stuff yesterday.
So how do you skip forward if you don't need to?
That's the next in the top. Yeah.
Just bear with me while I get to the point where it tells me to put it in the fridge. Okay, now it's telling me to put it in the oven, which is fine.
Hey Mon, how are you going? Your video coming out this Sunday, by the way, is the chief collagen bars that you requested, so keep an eye out. Hey LaFawn, Tan, how you going? Just noticed we hit 10k subs. Yes, we did. We're very excited about that. Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming on. This is our first Facebook Live, and we were very
YouTube. This is
YouTube Live, and we were very nervous about it.
Okay, so here we go. 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds. I think I can manage that. 1, 2.
So it seems like you're kind of roasting the spices to begin with, right? Okay, I'll shut up. Sorry, I don't know what I'm allowed to say here. My job was roasting some cauliflower, which we're going to have with the butter chicken, which I have already done.
And now we're going in with the coriander seeds. Next, cinnamon stick, so 2 centimeters.
The good thing about the Thermomix, in my opinion, if you're someone who isn't experienced with cooking, you're literally just following instructions like on an iPad. So
cardamom pod. So you literally just do what it tells you,
and then just hit next.
Hope that you don't fail. Then
yeah, Mon, I'm sure there'll be time for questions, just because.
Ask your questions now.
If you've got questions, ask them, because there'll be times when there's nothing happening.
There'll be plenty of downtime. This is about to happen now. So I'm not sure if this part is going to be loud.
Oh, it might be loud. It might be loud.
Sometimes it is loud. No, it won't be. It's only one speed. All right.
So that's on
3 minutes. Yeah, so it's cooking it at 120.
Okay.
And it's going to, I think, like Erica said, it's kind of roasting the spices. and it's going to take 3 minutes. So question time would be good now. What have we got?
Just everyone saying hi, go Dan. This should be interesting.
Who said that?
Daisy doesn't have any faith in you.
Thanks, Daisy.
At work.
It's Kim.
It's Kim. Hey, Kim. Hey, I didn't recognize your YouTube name. Hope you're having a good day at work. Hope you nearly finished. I don't know what time it is in WA.
It's 2 hours behind. Okay, Mon, this is a Thermomix. So it is, you buy it from like a consultant.
Yeah.
It's extremely expensive. It's not something that you have to have in the kitchen whatsoever.
No.
You can definitely make probably most butter chicken recipes reasonably keto. I haven't had to do any tweaking to this. And I was going to mention that the carbs are 15 grams and 8 fiber, so it's about 7 per serve, and it's this one serves 6. So I love the fact that I now have tandoori paste.
You did sub the tandoori paste. It had brown sugar in it.
Oh, and I used sucre.
Yeah,
I just used sucre. That was it.
So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mon said hit me with a rough price. I'm pretty sure it's $2,000.
But it does, like, honestly, we put off getting one for so long because it's $2,000.
Yes.
But once you have it, it does everything. And you can do so much from scratch so easily.
It doesn't do everything, but it does a lot of things. It doesn't do what you would do baking in the oven. So if you were making a cake, for instance, you still have to put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Okay. Share that on the scale of 1 to 10.
That's what I thought I did, but it moved. Sorry, LaFord. On a scale of 1. No, you're not bad.
I'm not bad at cooking, right? But the difference between Erica and I is I can easily follow a recipe and make a perfectly fine dinner. So we're going to see that I can hopefully do it. And we probably play up how bad I am. But Erica is the cook in this house. She is the one that creates the recipes for How Butter Will Travel. And
I guess what's different between Dan and I is Dan doesn't have that kind of not natural, but like
the intuition
or the instinct of like, this seems too watery, or this seems like it's already cooked or it's not cooked. Dan will follow the recipe A, B, C, and if it doesn't work, like, you know what I mean? If it's not cooked at the end.
If it doesn't work, then it's the person who created the recipe.
But sometimes it's like, you know that you're like, this doesn't seem right. I'll just add a bit of this, or I'll cook this a bit longer, whereas, that's probably the difference. Okay,
allow the bowl to cool for a minute. Okay, so we've still got a minute before we move on to the next step.
Okay, what else have we got here? Lainey said, how often would either of you use the Thermomix?
Would you say you use it most days?
Most
Erica,
days.
The things we use it for at the moment, Erica will boil eggs kind of at the start of the week for lunches.
It's got an egg boiling function and they turn out.
Cauliflower mash, cauliflower rice we've made in it. We haven't made a great deal of meals in it. Last week, as a practice run for this, I did an Asian salmon and it was delicious. And it was probably the first like full meal that we've cooked in it. But one day we ran out of almond meal and we had blanched almonds here and I just made it in this. We were filming recipes or something and we were worried about running out. So we literally just made it in this. So do you reckon that was about a minute? It was pretty close.
I reckon.
So turns. Okay, this is going to be loud. So I don't know even if we can mute it because this is going to be very, 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 very. It's not too bad. Is that going to go for a minute? Okay, it is loud. Okay, sorry, that was actually quite loud.
And it took a minute, so but that was grinding up all the spices.
I'm going to show you
and
what
the
it
smell
looks like.
in here is amazing now. Okay, let's see.
It's like I literally just made my own spice mix.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Huh. Put it in the bowl, might be easier to see. Air Force One. Yep, pretty much.
Oh, you can smell that.
Yeah, so that's the spice mix. And now what do you have to do?
Without cleaning the mixing bowl is my favourite instruction. So 45 grams of ghee. And this is one of the cool things I love about the Thermomix is it's a scale and it's currently at 0 and I just put in 45 grams.
Yeah, so it's kind of like one less dish that you might have to make if you had to measure that out and then add it in or something.
Is there any other questions?
Let's see. Daisy's got faith in you.
Thanks, Daisy.
Mon said, I'm like Dan, my partner is the cook in our house, so I think I might need one. Maddie said, have you got any winter recipes coming up? Any sneak peeks or suggestions on past recipes?
We've got quite a few good soup recipes. Let me just put this in because there's.
So what are you putting in?
I'm putting in 2 onions.
And they're just
halved. And this is going to. I think it's going to chop it and cook it. Oh, place the splash guard.
It's the splash guard.
Hang on, bear with. We've never used the splash guard before.
Place splash guard onto. I think that's that, is it, Dan?
It's this.
All right. Please hold.
Is this the splash guard, Tanya?
Thermomix people? You can see how experienced we are.
Because I think it needs air because it's going to cook.
Ah, okay. That looks like the splash guard.
Okay, so now I'm pretty sure it's going to cut it and cook it. So
Did you put just the onions, is it, and the ghee?
Yes.
Okay, right.
I don't know how noisy this is going to be, but this is going to take a while. So with the winter recipes, we do have some really good soup recipes. We have a cauliflower bacon soup that is delicious. Mm-hmm. We have a laksa.
We have a chicken veggie, like creamy chicken veggie soup.
We have a laksa. Also, other winter ones that we have a beef stroganoff.
Also buko.
So we have heaps. So there's a few ones for you to look at on our website. We have a little search function. Just type any of those in. Even if you just typed soup, you'll get a lot of different soups.
Justin had the Vegemite scrolls from Tarns today.
Yes.
Yeah, OMG.
So the video that came out yesterday was us at Tarns, which got a lot of love, which is excellent. We need to support places like this because otherwise they can't survive. So if you're in Sydney, Tarns Keto in Riverstone, definitely go and check it out.
Oh, can you hear it?
I can hear it. It's
I don't know if you guys can hear that. LaFawn says the web says you can make yogurt. Yes, so in like on top, the Thermomix kind of has like a slow cooker functionality, so you can do yogurt in. There's like a Varoma part that goes on the top. So yeah, you could definitely make your own.
We haven't done.
I saw someone make yogurt with cream. I was like, oh my god, imagine how full on that would be. But yes, 100% you could. So Kerry said, how is the Thermomix for cleanup? Do the blades? Yeah, so the blade in it all comes out and it has a cleaning function. So you put a bit of water and detergent in it and it like pre-cleans itself.
That's really great if you've used the heat function because like this, some is going to stick.
Yeah.
And so when we're finished this tonight, we will probably use that. And you just twist. It's really easy to put together and pull apart. So you just twist the handle and put pressure on the blade part and it comes apart really easy. And we haven't had any problems with cleaning it at all.
Mm-mm.
It's really, really easy. I can smell the onion now.
Melissa said,
Oh,
I'm
no.
redundant now.
No, she's not. I have to say, I had like a really big day at work today, and I was like, oh my God, now I've got to go home and like cook dinner.
Dinner. We're having our broth here, by the way. We always have this while we're kind of getting dinner ready, our home that we do in the Instant Pot.
If you're watching live, what are you making for dinner? I want to know what you're cooking for dinner. Obviously butter chicken for us.
I would have done it in the NutriBullet. Yeah, you could do a spice powder. Yeah,
Definitely.
Same thing. It's just like
you could make that tandoori paste in the NutriBullet as well. It was very, very easy to make our own. And the best thing about that is we used olive oil, which was the recipe, and it's completely clean ingredients.
Daisy said, what is ghee made from? You seem to use it a lot.
So it's clarified butter. Now, we have made our own, but it's just the fat solids, well, the fat from the butter.
Like butter oil.
Butter oil, yeah. So all of the whey, is that right?
The milk solids.
The milk solids has been cooked off.
Mm-hmm.
So when you make your own, you cook it to a point where it just turns into oil and all of the milk solids are gone.
Yeah.
But this is literally just...
So then compared to butter, it has less dairy solids in it. So if you're someone who perhaps is sensitive to dairy, ghee might work for you. And also it makes it have a higher smoke point. So it's more like an oil than it is like butter as far as burning if you're cooking something. Mon said, would you guys ever consider setting up your own cafe? No.
So the reason for that is...
But how fun would it be if we were doing this at the cafe?
Erica owned a cafe pre-me, and with her previous partner, and I don't think you're interested in doing it again. It's a lot of work. Tanya can attest, it's a lot of work.
I do love the interacting with customers side of it though. Like that's the nice part. Maddie loves our laksa. So good, isn't it? Actually, you should make that and you could do the paste in the Thermomix.
Okay. All of a sudden Dan's doing all these things.
Lucy's got these black and white cups too.
I think
every crazy cat person has to have these mugs. It's compulsory. Tan said some of the Have Butter Will Travel followers came in today. That is so cool. Good work, guys. Would we ever do a meet and greet? Oh, God.
We've thought about it. We honestly have thought about it.
And then we always think, but would anyone come? Because really, is there 10,000 of you? I don't think there is. I think it
seems
just
very
a number.
Strange. We wouldn't rule it out, that's for sure. And we have met a couple of people who we consider friends that we met. Susan, we've met.
Yeah. I was going to say we've met Eleni, but we haven't. It just feels like we've met.
We will meet Eleni at some point, I'm sure. We do go to the Gold Coast.
Yes, we
plenty
do.
of times to see Erica's nan.
Yes, so, sorry, this just jumped up. Dean. So, King Dino, he made our osso buco and our lemon cake yesterday.
Wow.
Looked amazing.
Interesting.
He even bought a brand new cast iron ceramic pot, which was white. It was beautiful. I was very jealous. But yeah. Opmon says, yep, do a meet and greet. Should we do it at Tan's?
She doesn't have sitting there.
Okay. Natisha is having stir-fry vegetables. Yum. Annette's having mingled chicken curry. Carrie's having lamb cutlets, cauli mash, and broccolini.
There's so much versatility in low carb, isn't there? Like
I know that.
you know, that's
there
three
you go.
completely
Justin's
different
having the meat
things.
pie. We're having a butter chicken. It's 1:47. Where I don't know where you are, Elizabeth, but
It's
that's
obviously the
dedication.
US.
That's
I think
dedication.
That's the US.
I hope you're a night owl. All right, okay. King Dino's having butterfly chicken, Greek style lemon and herb. Stuffed capsicums at Erina's. Hey, Erina, how you going?
Do you think I need to turn the chicken?
Chicken.
This is like starting to smell
Oh, there's a lot of liquid.
very good. There is a lot of liquid. Let's hit that off. Eleni said she'll be at the Gold Coast with bells on when we arrive. Oh God, there's some people really watching late here. The phone is 2:50 a.m. past dinner time. Yeah, fair enough. That is definitely past dinner time.
Where are you, LaFawn?
I'll do that Melissa one.
Need to know the ribs story. Ribs are my favourite. Oh,
well,
yes.
I followed.
There was nearly tears.
There wasn't. I followed Aaron Franklin's recipe, but he doesn't really give a lot of tips around how to actually, there's a bit of assumed knowledge there around how to know that it's cooking properly, and I just overcooked them.
You just went by the specific
numbers,
times you said, and your ribs were really
fine,
small and lean.
Not a lot of fat, not a lot of meat either. So I probably needed to cook them for half the amount of time that I cooked them for, and they would have been fine. But they were just like dried, burnt ribs.
That was the first time I've ever eaten ribs, and I can tell you it wasn't pleasant. But Dan had put so much work into it that I couldn't.
It was like eating dried
jerky. Basically, it was jerky.
It was not pleasant. Definitely not.
You're in Colorado. Awesome. We love Colorado. We visited
Denver
2 years ago now.
Yep.
3 years ago.
19.
No, 3.
No, 19. March 19.
Was it?
Yeah.
We went to Boulder and Denver for low carb Denver. Lucy's having barramundi salad and the heavenly fan fries.
Ooh,
they are so popular.
We haven't tried them yet.
Yeah.
We definitely need to give them a go.
Hey,
oh my God, when's dinner going to be ready?
Yeah, cooking dinner takes time, Dan.
Doesn't it?
Dan just wanders on in. Hey, Suzanne, how are you going?
Okay, here we go. Next step.
Catherine's in Melton. Well, I don't know if you know, we used to live in Bacchus Marsh, so we're all over Melton.
It hasn't blended the onion, but anyway.
Follow the steps.
Avoiding the blades. Add the reserved milled spices. Well, this will be fun. Avoiding the blades.
So the things are just whole.
Yeah.
Okay. This is interesting. I'm not saying anything. So you put in the spices back in with the onion and the ghee.
Mm-hmm. With the spoon that had the ghee in it, so
that's a good idea.
That's smart, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Add 20 grams of ginger.
So this is our ginger paste that we made yesterday in the Thermomix and put in the freezer.
That was like bang on, Erica.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
2 cloves of garlic.
Could just do 2 teaspoons, I would do.
2 teaspoons. I don't want it to be too garlicky.
You mean the garlic paste? So this is the garlic paste Dan made yesterday. We bought some organic Australian garlic from the farmer's market, from Tillage Farms. And then we blended it up in Thermomix and we put most of it in the freezer. We put it into little, I'll show you.
Some salt. Some chilies. So there's 2 green chilies here with the seeds. So this might be a bit too hot for me.
I put it into some little silicone molds that we had. They were love hearts and Easter eggs. But that is little portions of garlic, so you can just pop one out if you're making something. So I think that will be handy.
Okay, so now we are going to cook that stuff for 2 minutes. So we'll let that do its thing. I'm assuming that's going to blend it now. Oh, Catherine's from Melton. No, not many keto options in Melton. We lived in Bacchus Marsh. Did you say that?
Yeah, the only place we used to go all the time was Nando's.
Yeah, we did do Nando's a lot.
The chicken from there.
Dean said, how often do we use our Thermomix? Maybe not every single day, but we do use it most
On
days.
weekend, we would use it multiple times as well.
Yeah, because
if
if we're doing meal prep and stuff, we would use it a lot for different things. Quite a few wash-ups of the bowl and stuff would happen on the weekend. I definitely think it's been worth it for us, and I will admit we wanted one for a while. It was probably 2-3 years before we decided. Our blender burnt out, I burnt it out, not like burnt, but it just, we just killed it. And we needed something that could handle a bit of power, and
Yeah,
Thermomix.
And I think what's good about it is you can make a lot of stuff from scratch easily, like curry pastes and that type of thing.
Yeah, so that's what, I mean, I love that we could make our own tandoori paste, and that will keep in the fridge. I think they said for 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So
or you can
even
freeze
if
it.
we just wanted to marinate some chicken and have that with a salad or something, we just use this, some yogurt, same thing that we did to cook the chicken.
Yes, I think it is a clever idea. We haven't done it before, so I hope that it works. But I think otherwise we just tend to have bits of garlic floating around at the bottom of the crisper drawer, and they get lost and they die.
Yeah, been there for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
Susan. Hey, Susan.
Straight
How
down
you
the side.
going?
Now it's starting to get a bit more blended, Erica.
Susan said you're a natural, Dan.
Oh, yeah. We'll see.
It smells really good in here.
It does.
If it tastes as good as it smells, we're going to be happy campers. Catherine said, I've seen your grocery vlogs when you used to do it at Woodgrove. Yep. And everyone would be like, that's my Woolworths at Woodgrove.
And
It's hilarious.
this is supposed to be whole tomatoes, but I'm not convinced because it looks like pureed, but so 400 grams. Oh no, they're whole, all good.
So a tin of tomatoes going in.
Tin of tomatoes going in. 70 grams of water. Oh no, I'm just going to put it in here.
Oh, look at you.
70 grams. So it even measures liquid in grams.
Yes, so you don't need to kind of...
Oh, not much water then.
No, wouldn't be much. Quarter of a
Whenever. Add the cashews. So probably the highest carb ingredients in this is the cashews and the tomatoes, I would say. And then all the spices and stuff adds up. Yeah.
All of that stuff does add up, but we try not to sweat the small stuff when it's like, you know, real food, actual things. Denise said, I'm starting next week again. You both have inspired me to get off my butt back into keto after 3 years off due to hospital's wrong recommendations while pregnant, but that's another story. Oh, good on you.
Place the
You can do
simmering
it.
basket instead of the measuring cup. Oh my God.
We're using every Thermomix. All of these things came with the Thermomix as well, by the way. These aren't extra things that you had to buy. But there's show the basket. So it's like a... So what you can do if you want to steam vegetables, you put them in here and you put water in the bottom of the Thermomix.
The lid doesn't want to go on.
Did you need this?
Yeah, it goes on top.
Right.
Place the simmering basket instead of the measuring
okay.
cup onto the mixing bowl lid, but feel how that lid...
Is that right?
See how it's popping
Yeah, I
up?
don't know.
Okay, simmering basket. Done. Turn speed, 7 minutes. Oh, jeez. We didn't really plan this out. There's a lot of us talking while the stuff does its thing. Oh,
Yes.
Tanya said we can freeze the tandoori paste. Yeah, so we did the others in ice cubes. I reckon we're going to use this before we need to put it in the freezer. We only did a half mix of that.
We did, yes.
Because it looked like it was going to be a lot. So we just did half. Susan said, Nita, you should do the Have Butter Will Travel reset in May. So, yes, we are doing the reset again in May, which is keto.
Suzanne's an alumni.
She is. And there's plenty of people here who are.
Yes.
So it's a clean version of low carb with no dairy and no sweeteners being the main focus, just to kind of reset for a month.
Back to basics like meat, veggies.
Yeah.
You know,
it goes for 28 days. Is that right? 28 days? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So it goes for 28 days and it has a bunch of recipes included that aren't accessible anywhere else. There are some that are available on the blog and everything, but a lot of them are brand new recipes and they're all obviously clean and simple approved. It's $39.95 and it'll go on sale the week before the 1st of May and we'll start it on the 1st of May. That's the plan. We haven't hashed everything out yet, but it will be very similar to all of the other ones that we've done. We've done 3 now. We did August, November, and January. As you are following keto also means sticking to a regular exercise plan. What are your plans for exercise during winter? So we have been doing a running challenge. At the start of the year, I set myself a challenge to run 21 kilometers by the end of the year from nothing. So neither of us had been running, and Erica wanted to join me at the start. So we have both done a program, which is an app called None to Run. And so the idea of it's very similar to Couch to 5K. So we've completed that. That was 12 weeks. And so we finished that running 25 minutes straight with no stopping. So we have been doing that. And now we've moved on to Run to 5K. And we're repeating week 1 because we had a couple of hiccups. So 2K and 3K in week 1, and then it will progress to being able to run 5K. But the thing I like about this one is that there's a whole bunch of different things. There's been some interval running. Mm-hmm. There's been some
strength and mobility.
Strengthening exercises, squats and glute bridges and all
things
that kind of thing.
Things that hurt.
Yeah.
Also, you don't have to do exercise to do keto, I guess, but we do exercise more for just health and well-being than weight loss.
Cook carries in. We haven't said what version we have. We have the latest version. It's a TM6, so it has the really big screen with Cookidoo built in.
I don't know if you
no,
can
it's not
see
showing
what
on the
it
screen,
says
but I'm pretty sure the TM5 has a screen, but you've got to plug the Cookidoo in via a USB or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, but this is the latest version.
Internet.
We've had it. How long do you reckon we've had it? 6 to 8 months or something.
Probably.
We've had it a fair while, and for us, it's been worth it. But it's definitely not a necessary thing to have. If you're on a budget, you can definitely live without it.
Melissa said the mistake I made with my ribs, sorry to get back to the ribs, is the lack of saucy ingredients. I was trying to keep the
that was my problem too.
Because they're always smothering them in barbecue sauce, aren't they? You were doing apple cider vinegar
and barbecue sauce, but it was
like a low carb barbecue sauce.
Yeah, and I didn't use much,
right.
So I think I was just there was a few things that were a problem with it.
Ingrid, I'm going to join the reset in May. Can you swap meats on the program? I eat beef, chicken, and fish only.
So there is a big focus on protein in the program. So we want you to eat protein with every single meal, and we don't want you to be having sweet meals, specifically breakfast. It's very hard to do anyway because there's not a lot of sweet things on the food list, just berries really.
But there's not a designated plan. You decide what you're going to eat based on the recipes or based on whatever you want.
We provide you with a empty weekly meal plan thing, and you fill that out yourself.
So you can easily do it based on what you like. There's most of the recipes would be beef, chicken, or fish.
Chicken.
There's a couple
There's
of
a few pork ones,
and then maybe one lamb, one token lamb recipe.
There might be some prawns if you don't eat prawns. But
you could easily do it.
Definitely could do it.
Resident running guru said, run through winter, it's good for you. Well, we had our first experience of that this morning. It was 9 degrees when we went. We're like, what do we wear? Like, it's so cold.
Suzanne said she's done 2 resets. Do I have all the recipes? Yes, you do. Also, no new recipes coming. Also, will you be introducing any other recipe? No, we're not. We're just sticking with what we've provided and opening it up to new people.
People who've already done it don't need to purchase it again or anything. You guys can just join along or use the same Facebook group and everything like we have.
That's right. So people who joined in August are about to do their 4th one, and there are some people who have really continued along the whole time. So it's completely up to you.
I haven't heard of that Zombies Run program. What's LaFawn? Tell us more.
Zombies?
Sounds like my kind of running. You obviously don't need to think or anything. We're not, just so everyone knows, we're not selling Thermomixes or anything here. We're just showing you what we're making for dinner.
Definitely not. Catherine said, I've considered buying a Thermomix. You just don't know if it's worth having for the price. And that's the biggest kind of toss-up around it. And it definitely was for us. Okay, so
I guess you just need to take into consideration, if you're going to be willing, do you want to make your own nut
you didn't
milks
do the coriander, Erica.
I didn't do the coriander.
She did prep.
Did get all the food ready.
All of this stuff for me. I just need 10 sprigs.
I haven't really gotten out of making dinner, but there's actually more work than if I should have just made dinner.
Please.
Coriander. So all you coriander haters out there, we're going to fill it up with coriander.
Can you just pop that?
Yeah. But yeah, I guess if you're wanting to try and make more of your own things, and there also is like a lot of recipes in there that are low carb specific as well. Like there's a low carb book in the Thermomix. So there's I've made keto bagels in there. We've made other keto breads and stuff. This is the one thing you have to do.
I don't know that I want to put 10 in there.
I think in 10 sprigs, not I think it's counting a sprig as a one thing.
Well, saying roots and all, maybe that's enough.
That's enough.
Shush.
See you, Lenny. Thanks for coming by. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Suzanne. There is I think there's 60 recipes in there. So there's plenty that you won't be bored in the 28 days.
Definitely not.
What are you doing now?
I'm putting in the butter.
Did you?
I put the coriander in and now I'm
break it up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
This is so hard. This is so hard. So butter. What's it looking? Is it looking like a sauce now?
Yeah, it's starting to.
You might have to show us.
Really?
No, well.
Can I do this part first?
Yeah.
You're very bossy.
How long was this meant to take? I'm hungry.
Who knows? Oh, this is going to be loud. Oh, no. Maybe. It's going to be loud. So this will make it a lot more like a chicken.
Okay. That was loud and long.
It was loud. Oh, it looks so good.
Okay, she's happy. She's happy now.
Looks like butter chicken.
Does it?
Yeah.
Show us. Show us. Smells really good. We need smell-o-vision.
Look.
Oh, it does. It looks like butter chicken.
Lots
Yeah.
of sauce.
Wait,
it looks
check.
so
Let
saucy.
me put my phone on and see if the light. Does that make it better? Hard to see in there. Can you see? Hold it up. Oh.
I don't want to spill any.
It looks like butter chicken now.
So it says to add the chicken.
Okay, here you go.
So this is the chicken. We just did it in the oven.
Actually,
It's not hot. Erica took it out a bit ago. It said to do it under the grill, but we just prefer to put it
we don't really use our grill.
in. It smokes a bit too much. So we'll pop that.
So it's like sliced up chicken thighs that we marinated. Oh, God. The other thing with Dan cooking is she's very messy compared to me. Like I tidy as I go, you know. Dan's just like.
I'm also in the middle of a live cook.
Catherine said, would I consider opening a little shop in the future similar to Tarn's? Oh, gosh, I couldn't do what Tarn does. I am definitely not that clever. Joe, yes, this will be weekly. Monday nights, 5:30. It's not always going to be with a Thermomix, so don't stress if you're not a Thermomix person. But a lot of people have asked us to show things that we do in it. So, and it's a good kind of stepping point for Dan because it's step-by-step instructions. Look at this. There's butter chicken all over my Thermomix.
Garam masala. 1 teaspoon.
We must be nearly there
We're
now.
nearly there.
There's a lot of ingredients in this dish that you chose. But yeah, so some nights will just be like, you know, steak and veg or something. Some nights will be in Port Macquarie because we go once a month for work. So we could be doing anything. So yeah, join at 5:30 Mondays. Dan will be making our dinner and I don't have to cook on Mondays anymore.
I think I might need to have the day off. So I just said to stir it with the spatula just to kind of get the chicken all kind of dispersed and saucy. I can't believe that was not deliberate, by the way.
The dribble of.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, so a zombie run. You play a part in a story told to you while you run. Run fast when zombies appear. Jog. Oh, so is it like virtual? Like you're on a treadmill or you... Huh, I've never heard of that before.
Okay. I didn't put the pouring cream in there yet, did I?
Not yet. What else? So Debbie, hey Debbie, how are you going? A fellow Novocastrian. She learned from the reset that the protein is key, and if you don't have enough, you go looking for food. 100%.
Yeah, and we have really found that lately, that protein is really important. So I'll just pack away some of this, Erica, if you want to just like, is there any more?
Everyone's excited that you're going to be doing it weekly. So I hope you're enjoying it.
Are you, Erica, excited that I'm going to be doing it weekly? I think she's more stressed out about it.
If I don't have to cook dinner weekly, that would be nice. Carl said, what do you do in paradise?
So my job is an audiometrist. So I test people's hearing, fit them with hearing aids, and I travel around a lot. I do a lot of visiting sites out of my main site of Mayland. and I do Port Macquarie, all of the Hunter Valley. I do a lot of driving as part of my job, but at every place I do exactly the same thing. Test people's hearing, fit them with hearing aids. That's it.
Mm-hmm. So we go up to Port Macquarie and Dan does 3 days up there.
Once a month. Yeah.
And I go with and just do my normal work job, my job.
Yeah.
Which I do some work online, and I also do have Butterworth travel. Okay, we're nearly ready?
We're nearly there. This is where Erica will have to do taste test.
Oh, really? I'm going to have to taste test.
Well, you have to tell me if I want a kitchen one. We need some.
I think the kitchen lost at this point. There is that much stuff around.
What Erica doesn't realise is she actually creates a lot of mess when she cooks as well. I just jump in and do about 4 loads of washing up.
Yeah, I know, Susan. This is what I was concerned about, because normally I cook.
Oh, yeah.
And Dan cleans up.
It won't be Erica, I can tell you.
I did wash up before we started and got everything ready, though, so I kind of helped.
Where's the cauliflower?
Yeah. Oh, it's in the oven.
Is it hot?
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
It's not that hot. Oh, ding dong. What next?
Add the cream. Okay.
So obviously we're not eating all of this cauliflower.
Or all of this butter chicken.
But
this will be lunches for me.
For Dan. That will be good. The rest of the week you'll be taking butter chicken to work.
I'm not mad about it.
Sorry to your clients.
Oh, this looks so good. All right.
Sorry to your clients. Debbie said she just had a parcel from Low Carb Emporium, maple syrup and pancake mix, as well as mingle mixes. Pantry is getting stocked. Nice. The mingle mixes are very handy to have in your pantry. We love having them here because you can so quickly kind of just whip up dinner.
More salted butter. I thought I was done.
More butter. More butter, more cream. I think this recipe is keto.
I should have actually looked at the fat. It's probably 100 grams of fat per serve.
Oh, Catherine said she'll be here weekly to support you, Dan. Have you thought about what you're going to make next week?
Yeah, I've got it registered.
Oh, you got another recipe picked out already?
Yeah.
Right. Is it a secret or?
I can reveal it.
Okay.
It might change. I have scheduled the steamed cabbage rolls for
steamed cabbage rolls. I've never
out of the low carb
cookbook.
No,
I've never eaten them. That's exciting. Jennifer, how are you? You found us. This is exciting. It's kind of cool because a lot of people who comment a lot on our YouTube videos who we don't necessarily hang out, or we don't know your names, like your usernames, if we see you on other platforms, and we can actually talk to you now. Jennifer always comments on our YouTube videos, which we really appreciate. So thank you, and nice to be able to say hello.
Oh my God, still going, guys.
We're not there yet. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. I'm sure this has been a riveting hour of your life.
If you're watching on the replay, first of all, I apologise because there's been a lot of fluff. This is not anything like our regular videos. No. But if you've enjoyed this, watching the replay and enjoyed watching this, please comment so we know that you've watched it on the replay. Even use #replay.
Oh, really? Right, we're going there, are we?
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you think, if there's things you would like Dan to make, or if there's things we could do to make this more fun. But yeah, we were so nervous about doing this on YouTube for some reason, but we did it. We broke our YouTube live.
We did. We have been, floating around with doing something live on YouTube for ages, and we did it. We achieved it. Tick it off. Is the vegetable lady
thing. I don't know what that is. Does it have another name? Lady fingers.
Garnish with extra cashews and serve.
Wow.
Here we go.
Okay. So, well, you got to show us in the bowl
I
first,
will.
Dan.
You're so bossy, man. It's so heavy, and I don't want to tilt it
Oh wait,
very
let me
far.
take this off. There's a lot of butter chicken.
It's very, very, very,
but
very
it's really
cool.
saucy, which is like
Delicious.
there's nothing worse
Yes.
than a butter chicken that's not saucy. And it smells so good in here. I'm very
Where's
excited
like-
to try this. Hear this?
Yeah, that.
It's dirty. Where is it? Every utensil? It's here.
Did I use this? No.
It's out. There's literally nothing in the drawer.
Oh, this looks so good.
Melissa said she's had another birthday since she started.
Thanks, Melissa.
Thanks, Lainey. Appreciate the feedback, and we love that you're coming along next time. Wow, looks so good.
Okay, Erica,
I'm
get
gonna
a
take
fork.
photo.
Even plated. Actually, I didn't even use the extra cashews.
Does it?
I don't think
worry.
we need them. Do you want coriander? There's a lot of
That's
coriander
fine.
in there.
Let's take a picture before we eat it for the newsletter.
There we
Although
go.
It's not quite plated the same as the
You've
Cookidoo
got to-
picture.
No, but
Let's
you've
have
got
a-
to be on camera and taste it.
I don't want to ruin your show, Dan. Okay, is it hot?
Yeah, of course. It's just come out of the Thermomix.
Smells good. Mmm.
That was not
No,
convincing.
That is
Mm.
so good. The sauce is really delicious. There's so many flavors in it. It's hard to, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You can try it.
Read some of those comments.
Does the Thermomix do their housework and clean up? Basically.
Mm. Oh, that's delicious.
It's really good.
It's spicier than one I
It
would
is
get
spicy,
at
But it's
like a.
but are you just like, oh my god, there's so many different
It's
things
way
to cut
like
out.
It's really, really, really.
It's not
really
too
good.
spicy though.
No,
Like
I
it's
mean-
got a kick, but you know when you get butter chicken at the Indian, it's like
Nothing.
not spicy
Yeah.
at all.
All right. I think we're done.
Oh, Adam's gonna watch the replay.
We did it. I was like, oh, we'll probably just be half an hour. Okay, it's been an hour. Not too disappointed about that. Hopefully you have enjoyed this.
Highly
I think
recommend if you have a Thermomix, get on the butter chicken bandwagon. It's the perfect weather for it today.
it is. Okra. They call lady fingers. I don't know what
We'll have to have a look.
the carbs are on
Yeah.
okra. So we're going to go and have our dinner. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. I don't know if you can do that on live, but if you can, make sure you do it.
You can.
And I will be back next week making cabbage rolls in the Thermomix. Let's see how I go. Thanks for watching, everyone. We appreciate your support. Bye.
Bye.